Well, hi everyone. It is Ezra. It is your specialty coach coming live on Facebook on today. Yes, we've been busy really all day today. We came on our Activating Kingdom Initiative platform on prayer this morning and tonight. It's been a minute since I have been on this particular platform of mine, which is the Mentee, the Mentorship Specialty Coaching Program. And I enjoy it. It is my passion to walk men and women through what I call the pasta time of their lives. You all remember, well, some of you are cooks, but especially as ladies, but you got some men that know how to cook now today. But when you cook pasta and you have all this white cloudy stuff, which really is cholesterol. It's um, carbohydrates. It's carbohydrates. And it comes to the top, and you have to drain that off. Otherwise, your spaghetti is going to be sticky and it's not going to be as tasty as you want it to be. Well, life can be like this sometimes. It can be very foggy and sticky. And so that's where I come in to help you through that foggy season of your life. And I enjoy that. I fuse my psychology with my theology, and I have degrees in human services as well as degrees in ministry and religious arts. And I've been pastoring for, oh my God, over 30, 40 years now. Have been enthralled into the Word of God and to spiritualism. When I say spiritualism, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about relationship with God. I'm more spiritual than than I am religious. I religiously do some stuff, but I'm really a spiritual person. We all are a spirit that has a soul that lives in the body. But what I have found out in my years of being in ministry, which is over 40 years, or 50 years, or 52 years, and in mental health for about approximately 5 years now, and fuse that profession along with understanding Christian counseling and what God is doing in the culture today. So I've really been enjoying that. I've been doing this since COVID, since all of us have been having to reflect and deflect and do all the mental stuff that we've been doing, unpacking um, erroneous teaching, unpacking childhood trauma, just doing a lot of unpacking and relearning. In our lives. It's just a wonderful journey. Thank you so much, Coach. Brilliance Coach is on here today. She's my coach. She's a coach and my daughter and a pastor. And we certainly appreciate her presence on tonight or this evening for some of you. But I'm so glad you came on. Please let somebody know that we're on. I'm really working on garnering more clients and more people that I can walk with. Now, I know a lot of the people that I walk through are not really on Facebook. I mean, that's kind of different. They're really not on social media a lot. They're really, a lot of them are high profile, and some of them just are not into the social media piece. So that's why you don't see a lot of testimonials, or I bring on a lot of people. And then it has to do with me too, because last year I just wasn't doing it. And this year I said I was going to be obedient to God and be obedient to the profession that I have. So I'm so grateful that you all are coming on. Let somebody know. Um, Definitely, I'm grateful for one of my staunch supporters here is my daughter, Brilliance Coach. She's always hanging around, pushing me, doing what she does, and she's high profile. She's busy all of the time, and I appreciate her presence. As a matter of fact, our guest tonight, our spotlighted individual, I met her through Brilliance Coach Debbie on tonight. I'm going to bring her up in a few minutes as we get our algorithm working. Thank you, Wanda. Wanda, Deems May Tree. Oh,
Mater,
say that again.
Mater.
Oh, okay. Matir, I can barely see you. Okay. All right. I hope she must be a friend of yours.
Yes, ma'am. That's another big sis of mine.
Oh, all right. All right. All right. Well, put highlight, put add highlight, put followers. as we garner individuals to come in, and I want them to hear the testimony, because I truly believe that when we have somebody to walk with us through difficult times in our lives, especially someone that's experienced, that has some kind of degree or licensure behind their name. I'm not a clinical therapist. I am not. I am a coach, and I deal with transformation, cognitive behavior therapy, and a lot of the other tools that are used to help you get to your goal. I'm excited about it. I've had women 30 years and older. I've had a few younger women. I prefer to coach 30 plus, because by the time you're 30 or 35 years old, you have some experience under your belt. You've had a few relationships. You understand what trauma is. You're through with the identity crisis. And so now you're trying to figure out, what is the core? Who am I? What's my specialty? What should I devote my time to? Because all of us can be the jack of all trades and the master of none. So we got to put some of those tools together and figure out, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing. And I am wonderfully tooled with resources around me, with clinical therapists, with brilliance coach who can help you through your profession in life, how to get past some of the entrepreneurship and some of the psychological and business situations that you go through on your job. She can navigate you through that. We have ministries. There's so many resources around me that I'm able to point you to. But tonight, I am so grateful for this individual who is, and she's really having problems with her camera on today. She's still trying to come in. When people are coming in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. I hope she can stay on when I introduce her. She was with me for 10 weeks. She took the 10-week program. It's a 10-week one-on-one program where I meet with just you. Um, I do an individual service plan for you. I customize depending on what your goals are. And we talk about it and we walk through it and we come up with ideas until we have some transformation. And it happened so quickly for her. It just, like, it astounded me, because it didn't even take 10 weeks for her to get where she needed to go. But I want to introduce this wonderful personality, none other than Dana Anderson. Hi, Dana.
Hi, Apostle. How are you? Coach.
I
Mom.
am I am good. Terry is coming on. I see you, Terry. You might as well come on and make a comment. Don't be watching behind closed doors. Come on, behind the curtain. Say something to us on tonight. Wanda is active with us. Yes, unpacking and unlearning.
Yes.
So tonight, where are you? Where are you located now, Dana?
I am in Killeen, Texas.
Killeen, Texas. And for
Yes.
some of us that don't know about the little small suburbs, all we know is Dallas and Houston.
Yeah.
Where is that near?
So I am 1 hour away from Austin and 2 hours away from Dallas. So I'm right in the middle. I'm actually at the Fort Cavazos Army Base. That's where I'm situated. Right there
Oh,
where the Army base is.
wow. All right.
Yes.
Do you like it already?
I do. I do. It took some adjusting. It's a small town. Um, but I'm here and I'm learning to love it. Yes.
A small helps you adjust too.
It does. It
It
does.
you move from the West Coast to the small.
Oakland,
Yeah,
California.
yeah, yes. I mean, I
Oakland.
was in Detroit, Michigan, and that was awful. And then
Hmm.
Atlanta, which was a lot quieter and serene, and it helped me. It was really a healing place for me emotionally.
Yeah,
Smaller places are a little bit better. Kind of helps you navigate through whatever you need to navigate through to get where you want to go.
absolutely.
Evangelist Yasmin, thank you for coming on. She's saying, "Hey Dana, oh, that's your bestie."
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Well, it's just a plane flight away, or a
Yeah.
train, bus ride, or Yeah,
Yeah,
besties don't have distance problems.
absolutely.
Locating me does not do anything with our heart, does it? Not.
Not at all.
And Dana, thank you, Dana. Another daughter's coming on. You all engaged with us on tonight. As a mentor, and it's um, as a mentor and a coach and a consultant, I find pleasure in it. And there is such a chemistry and energy that I have, especially when I see the measurements and the plan coming into fold, and the individual that I am walking with, because that's actually all I'm doing is walking. What they have is already in them. What they need is already in them. Part of what my responsibility is to get them to see that and understand that. All right. And I want to ask you this question. What
Mhm.
motivated you to begin the 10-week trauma? And I call it trauma informed because I'm a trauma informed coach. I work with traumatized children. I work with traumatized adults. And most of the time, I found out when people are stuck somewhere, it's due to some kind of trauma. And trauma is something that happened to you that keeps you from moving forward. So it helps individuals to know that you can be traumatized, and it's okay. It's not a stigma for me. It's not a bad thing. We can talk about it and walk through it. And I do understand HIPAA laws and do have HIPAA licensures. I've been to all of that. So I'll go to grave. I'll go to my grave with whatever you tell me. But what motivated you, Dana, to be a part of the coaching, allow me to be a part of your journey in coaching you?
Well, I'll say this: allowing you in particular is the key here. And you just spoke to it, trauma informed, because we've known each other for a number of years now. And you've watched me, and you've seen me with Coach Debbie, and we knew we were supposed to connect. You knew I knew that, but you didn't. Your trauma informed skills knew not to press this thing and not to push it. You just loved on me. You invited me into the AKI family, and everybody's just been loving on me, and I love it. And that's what helped me decide that I could trust you for coaching, because there had been some trauma there. You reach out to people in the church community, or in just in your career communities and things like that. And you find that most people are okay with helping you as long as you don't get above them or on their level. And so you coming the way that you did, and just loving on me, and just letting me know that you were there for whatever I needed. You weren't pushing this plan and this program. You were just being who you are, just an apostle, and just seeing the gift of God on people and loving them right where they are. And it took me a couple years to do that, to finally reach out to you and let you know that I was ready for for the 10-week coaching. And I got to that point finally. I needed to make some big life changing decisions. I was very frustrated with how things were going, toiling and toiling, and not really seeing the progress I wanted to see. And pride really kept me away. Part
Oh,
of it,
wait,
yeah, yeah,
can you stop right there for a
yeah,
minute? Because you
yeah.
you said a whole lot, Dana. Because you knew me, and that is a big plus. You said that was key for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if we're gonna put a thumb on it, but uh, put a tack on it, or I'll pencil it in, and maybe some of those that are engaging with us can answer this question. You knew me, so what is it? How is it? And this is a question that's going to help me and the other coaches as well,
Mm-hmm.
or it will help other individuals who want to reach out, but because of pride
Mm-hmm.
and because of trauma. Well, pride sometimes is you protecting yourself.
Yeah.
When you've been traumatized, you're not easily open to everybody. And then we have seen so much insincerity in our church system and our ministries and our local assemblies. We have spoken to people and we've heard uh, the secrets that we have given them. So our trust mechanisms have been broken, and that's traumatizing.
Yeah.
So how can I or other coaches or other individuals that are reaching for or need someone to walk them through a situation or um, a job problem with their boss or their supervisor or their manager or a husband or wife or children or anything that's blocking them from getting further? How do they get rid of that if they don't know the person as well as you do?
Well, I think it comes for trust and just watching you. I watched you be very genuine and sincere. I watched the people around you. I watched how you loved on them. There was no respecter of person. Um, you were just you, and it felt safe and it felt right. Being who you are, and that comes naturally. Like you can't tell a coach how to like that has to exude from who you are. That has to be a part of who you are, to make people feel safe and welcome. Right, trust and authenticity, and that's what you carry. You embody that trust and authenticity. What you see is what you get. We're not gonna There's no one way this way, and when we in a little smaller setting, there's this different. You are who you are, and we're going to get it. And I've been able to see that, and that's what helped me trust you, to tell you that I needed more support, which you already knew, but you weren't trying to push your business. And that's the other thing, because that is something that for any coaches that may be listening, or potential coaches or whatever. And this ain't for my big sister Debbie, because she's another one who embodies that. um but like, when you're trying to push your brand and get people, uh my program and all this stuff like that, it's really a turnoff for some people. And then, so you are just authentically you get on here, you minister, you mentor, you drop nuggets all day long, because it's in you, and it makes people trust you. And
Wow.
so I had to get over the pride of, hey, I'm over 50 years old. I don't need nobody else telling me what I need to do. And I'm going through all this stuff, and I'm having all these situations where I'm trying to pray and ask the Lord for some direction. And I was like, I don't, I can figure this out on my own. I already know what to do. And the Lord was just like, yet, and here we are. And here we are. Yeah.
That is, but that's good because we do feel that way. We talk ourselves out of talking with someone who has taken out the time
Mm-hmm,
specifically that has focused on us, because that's what coaching is,
mm-hmm,
focusing on that one individual for a set length of time,
mm-hmm,
devoted to them, devoted to what their focus is and what their goals are. I mean, that's what coaching is all
mm-hmm.
about.
Yeah.
um, and having someone a space to talk. I think that was what helped me when I had my coach or my therapist.
Right.
It someone to sit down and talk to, and I don't have to worry about it coming back or hearing
Mm-hmm.
it, in some other rooms.
Absolutely.
Someone had the education, the ear, and the Holy Spirit to hear what it is that I'm saying without always trying to give me answers. That's
Right.
another thing. Help. I figure it out myself. Most of the time when we talk, we figure it out ourselves.
Right.
That's what you did, right?
Right.
Right. Asking the right questions, navigating us out of negative narratives, and being accountable.
That was it right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being accountable is extremely important. Uh,
Yeah.
so thank you. I'm trying to figure out, and I thank you for that because that's good advice for all of us. Is that you can't force or be so intentional about your coaching, your business. That's what it is.
Right.
That it's a turn off. You have
It
to wait to
is.
come to you.
Right.
You go around. I remember my mother talking about my dad going to a party,
Mm-hmm.
and brought his real estate business card with him.
Mhm.
And at the end of the party, all the cards were on the floor
Yeah.
because people weren't there for that.
Right.
And you know, you're gonna shove your cards on people in the middle of them having a time of uh, relaxation and
Mhm.
entertainment. They didn't. It was not a real estate conference.
Yeah.
It was a party, and my dad was going around passing out cards for his real estate.
Yeah.
Cars, some of the cars were on the floor, and sometimes we just can't. And I might have learned that from her. It might have been a lesson in the back of my mind. And then I don't like anybody pushing, you know, their business or their product on me. I mean, just
Mhm.
let me know that that's what you're doing, and let me see the vendor table, but don't push me. Don't uh, bait me, and you know, all the other things that we do psychologically to get people
Yeah.
to purchase from us. But that's good. Thank you, Dana, for sharing that.
Yeah.
Of the 10 weeks, what was the most significant breakthrough, a moment of clarity that helped you align more deeply with your purpose?
Wow. When you assign the book by Henry Cloud, Dr. Henry Cloud, Necessary Endings, and reading through that book helped me make the decisions I need to make. It helped me get the clarity I sought you for. It helped me get the confidence to make the decisions that I needed to make. And it helped me focus on making those decisions, and why I was making those decisions, and stay accountable. Um, and it helped me stay accountable and create my personal boundaries, which were all the things that I needed to. When we met, I needed to be able to have answers for that, and that was really key for me. uh,
Mm,
Having to because all these things I knew, and we talked about that. I think we were like in 3 or 4 when we decided we had already accomplished everything we needed to accomplish, but just staying on task, sticking with the assignments you had given me weekly, checking in and following up, and even availing yourself outside of that, checking in. Hey, how's it going? Are you going to be ready for when we meet again? That is what really, really helped me. But I think there was a chapter in the book, Necessary Endings, that we delved into, talking about the pruning and shifting our mindsets about what endings look like, and why they seem so painful. So I think that was a turning point for me. That was like week 2, because that, like, I think we stayed on the line a little longer, really delving into that. But
right.
yeah, I think that was the real big turning point for me right there, when I reframed. I think he used the analogy of a tooth, going to the dentist to have a root canal or something like that. He explained that uh, going to the dentist is painful, but it wasn't a bad thing, because even though there was pain going to the dentist, it brought something forth that was good. And so when we think about having to let go of relationships, or having to end certain things, or close out certain things, we're worried about hurting people's feelings. But even though it may sting in that moment, and I'm butchering it up a bit, but
You
uh,
good.
cutting that off, uh, there's something good on the other side, which is what got me here. This 10-week really helped me jumpstart my move to Texas, because that is something I've been struggling with for quite some time. And
Yeah, I
sitting
remember.
down, yeah, having that conversation with you, having that real candid conversation, being accountable about my feelings. Why was I feeling that way? Asking me those questions. Why are you having a hard time cutting these ties here? What is keeping you here? What has God said? Why is what you're thinking and feeling outweighing what God has told you to do? Like,
Mhm.
let's make this make sense. And so having to really sit and answer those questions, and really, really give it thought, so that I can have a meaningful conversation with you when I come, because again, this cost, you know what I mean? And so we're not going to waste money or time. And so, let's sit down. And so it really forced me to really sit still those 10 weeks, and really investigate why investigate my why, and investigate why I felt like I needed to do this. What were the pros? What were the cons? And just really sifting it out. And again, like you said, already having the tools in me, but just that accountability, and that those thought-provoking questions that you would leave me with, that I'd have to kind of sit down on the side of the bed for a minute and think about. And
That
then,
part right there.
yeah,
That part right there.
yeah, but I just want to tell you, you embody this, and that's what made it so easy. Like you just are who you are, and you have lots of wisdom, lots of experience, lots of spiritual depth. You have walked this thing through, and so it just made it easy to come and sit down and say, okay, I can be accountable to this. And here I am. I have
Yeah,
left
moved. You're in
everything.
Texas
Yeah,
now.
I have left
You're on the other
everything
side of your
on the farm.
goal.
Yes, yes, but
Yeah.
God is even like, there's even a testimony in this, and it's yet unfolding. But like within 3 weeks, I hadn't even been here 3 weeks yet, and I already have 3 job offers, and I turned one down already, and I'm kind of weighing out the options for the other two. Like, so many things have unfolded when you trust God. But I needed that clarity. I needed that coaching to sit down and focus and hear what God is saying. And now I'm able to move forward in the plans and the purpose of God. My destiny is clearer. I feel more excited about it. I feel ready to face whatever challenges might come, because there's always obstacles in growing and stretching. So I feel prepared. I feel prepared.
Wow. That is there's so many nuggets in that, Dana. It's amazing. I mean, accountability, something that you said, you
Yeah.
invested in accountability.
Yeah.
You invested in accountability.
Yes.
Sometimes when we get something at no cost, we don't move. But
Right.
invest in it. The psychology of investing in it makes us move. It means I'm serious.
Absolutely.
I'm serious about it. The minute you invest, it moves your brain. It moves you in another direction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I when I do my copay for my therapist, I definitely couldn't pay her what she cost. I mean, uh, but the copay is an investment as well.
Yeah.
So it moves me towards. I got to talk to her. I paid for this. Um, my insurance is helping to pay for it. She's giving me good advice, and even if she's not,
Mm-hmm.
I get a chance to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time after I talk to her, she helps me figure out based upon the fact that I talked to her. I come up with my own answers sometimes. I did that when I had my first therapist, when I was thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown, and I went to a clinical therapist and was with her for almost 6 weeks. And by the end of those 6 weeks, I realized that what was in me was just suppressed.
Mm-hmm.
She helped to get it out of me.
Yes.
Coaches actually do is help get what is in you out of you. And,
Yes.
and I'm blessed because it comes natural for me. It comes natural because of my experience. It comes natural to me because I'm gifted. But then it comes natural also because I do have some guidelines and some education that teaches me how to ask. I mean, you can even get on AI, and if you don't
Mm-hmm.
have the right questions, you don't prompt. If you don't have a brain to prompt AI properly, you're not going to get the right answer. So
Right.
you're going to always need someone that has some kind of education and experience to help you through that. And another thing, even though you knew me, you did have a problem in investing in me and trusting my profession.
Right.
And a lot of times we, as especially Afro Americans, we want everything free. When I started building boundaries, when people want to call me and talk 45 minutes or an hour, and keep calling me but never want to sow anything, and get upset, when you ask them to sow. And that was one of the reasons I started my business. I said I have to start something where income is coming into me that's not on a faith-based kind of platform where
Mm-hmm.
people feel like they could just not do anything. And
Mm-hmm.
times where I talk to people for nothing at no cost, but I make that choice, and then I advise them, why don't you come to my 10-week program? I'd like to help you. There's something that I see in you, and sometimes that guides them to the platform as well. Yeah, religious default, free mentality.
Yeah.
Exactly. On another note, I'm doing a no cost seminar on April the 14th about religious default to help. The scripture says, they that win souls is wise.
Mm-hmm.
In order for us in this day and time, in our businesses, it's in the marketplace, in the seven mountains,
Mm-hmm.
we have to use wisdom. We can't use Christ's name or any kind of religious jargon. And so how do we do that? How do we step away from that? And
Mm-hmm.
some of us are so used to religious jargon that we don't know how to, we default to our religious default.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to teach you how not to do that on April the 14th. It's on the
Mm-hmm.
site. So you all that are listening, I hope you will register be on that session that I'm going to do on April the 14th. Yes. Building boundaries. Yeah, we have to build boundaries.
Yeah.
People they won't know how to stop. They won't know how to quit. They won't know how to respect you. They don't, you have
Mm-hmm.
to tell people what you need to function the way that you function. And it's the way
Mm-hmm.
you do it. And you can do it very politely
Yeah.
and gracefully. All right.
Yeah.
That was good. Those are some good nuggets you're giving us. As you look back on your journey, what advice or encouragement would you give to someone considering trauma-informed purpose coaching, but feeling hesitant to take it? There are a lot of individuals that hesitate,
Yeah.
especially the word trauma informed.
Mm-hmm. Because the stigma around it. I think trauma informed, if we just think about words properly and not take them how they're thrown around, trauma informed lets me know that you are informed how to deal with people who've had trauma. It doesn't necessarily mean that I've had trauma, but it means that you are skilled and sensitive enough that should evidence of trauma appear, you are equipped to handle it.
Come
That
through, Dana. Come through, Dana. Come through, Dana.
that's what that means. And so, people, and I just think that we need to just be a little bit more educated. We throw so many terms around and not really know, and then we build up this defense mechanism, and we don't want to get involved because I don't have trauma or I'm not a problem. But clearly something is wrong because you've not evolved, you've not progressed past a certain mark. You get to a certain place, and if you're cycling over and over again, it's probably time to get a coach to help you get unstuck. Whether it's emotionally, mentally, whatever it is, financially. We got two amazing coaches here online, Apostle Ezrian Jackson and my sister, my big sister, uh, uh, Pastor Debbie Renee Howard. Amazing. And we got some other women of God here that I am that I hold near and dear to my heart, who don't have a coaching license or anything in the profession, but just very deep and profound in helping women overcome some challenges. And so I would say get rid of your pride.
Yeah.
Of not wanting to have another adult tell you what to do because you think you figured it out. It's really an immature mindset, because when I think about it, I was like, girl, you sound like your kids who
Ah.
ain't who think they know everything and ain't, and so I'm like I said, the Lord was like, and yet here we are, still here, you know. And so getting rid of pride and just willing to find a space to be vulnerable and investing in yourself. It's gonna cost. It's gonna cost you now, or it's gonna cost you later. It's gonna cost you your destiny, or it's gonna cost you, your
Wow.
finances, or it's gonna cost you your finances and your destiny. Whatever it is, you gonna pay.
You
You
gonna
gonna
pay.
pay for inaction.
All
You
right.
will pay.
That's good. That is good. That is good.
Yeah,
You will pay
yeah,
way or the other.
yeah.
Why
You will.
not pay for the positive rather than the negative?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Control. You get to be in charge. You get to hold the reins and guide where this is going, because life gonna take you somewhere, and you get to decide how you gonna go along. Let the coach unlock things in you that are already there, but getting with somebody who can help you navigate through that, figure out why you're stuck, why you're unable to make these decisions, unable to set boundaries, unable to bring an in or a close to some things. Find out why that is, and then make those decisions. Help you you know work through it and make those decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, not get stuck and see.
Right. Get unstuck.
Yes, unstuck from making decisions. See
Yeah.
fear and some kind of trauma that you can't move forward.
Or
And
making the wrong ones, making the wrong decisions.
making the yes, and making the wrong decision. Sometimes we don't understand going in the wrong direction, making the wrong decision.
Hmm.
Sometimes takes up to 10 years or
Hmm.
more
Hmm.
old. And so
Yeah.
I tell people now, even though I believe I have more time in front of me than I do in back of me,
Hmm.
I do that because even though I'm older, I'm in my 70s, almost mid 70s, and that old cliche axiom that people would say, I have more time in back of me than I have in front of me, and I'm like, I can't, that's not a narrative that I can live with because
Hmm.
I'm still active. My brain is still moving.
There.
I still have passion. I
Yes.
still have ministry. I still have goals. I still have life. And for you to say that, it arrests me to stop living and get in some kind of
Yeah.
recliner, and I had to change that narrative. I know I do not have more time in back of me than I have in front of me. I am an eternal being. No man knows the day or the hour where God is going to call me home. The hairs on my head He knows every hair in my head. So I had to change the narrative, and that is what I do in my own coaching program.
Hmm.
Narrative. So now I realize that we are eternal beings. I am an eternal being. I have divinity living inside of me. And
Yeah.
if I have divinity living inside of me and eternity living inside of me, then I have more time in front of me than I do in back of me. That switches your brain, as Carolyn Leaf would say, who is a
Yes.
science Christian woman. It switches your brain. It changes how you think. Death and life is in the power of your tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So my narrative is not that I got more time. I got more time in front of me. So it changes how I think. So what do I need to do? I got all this time. I better do something with it. So that brings me to understand I have to steward my time. I steward,
Absolutely.
I, I steward my time. My time is precious. I don't let anybody use it or dismiss it. It's valuable to me. And if anything's valuable to you, you're going to put boundaries around it. We put
Absolutely.
jewelry boxes. Hello. We put
Absolutely.
our money in the bank. Hello. Anything that's of value to us. We hold our children close to our bosom. We will fight for them. We hold those things precious. So time is precious for me, and I steward it like it's precious to me. So
Amen.
boundaries around it.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you so much. You were a wonderful you wonderful client. I enjoyed you. I was just dumbfounded by the third week when the portal has opened up and the floodgates came through,
Yes.
and all we had to do was just meet up every week because
Yeah.
you got your goal. We didn't even have to, we didn't do time management, we didn't do any of that because your main goal was reached. I just gave you some other tools to
Right.
maintain, because maintaining is good. Sometimes we can get information, but we need to
Absolutely.
maintain our healing, get the tools that we need to make sure that we're going to be all right in,
Yes.
in the future. Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes. Setting
Hey,
those boundaries helped me.
Scott, that really helped you.
I'm sorry.
Name a couple of tools that you received that helped you.
Um, Setting those boundaries, um the taking some space and the deep breathing and just sitting back and meditating, that really helped me because I'm a real, you already know my mind gets to going and I get real analytical and I start questioning and analyzing stuff and overthinking until smoke is coming out my ears. And so bringing myself into that place, you gave me a voice recording of you reading some scripture and just showing me how to bring myself into a space to relax. And so I've been kind of falling back on some of those things, um, going for a walk, taking a moment to breathe, keeping those boundaries, because there were a lot of things that had come up um, before I decided to actually leave and go to Texas. A lot of family things had come up that in normal circumstances would have caused me to postpone my move. And right, Debbie, analysis paralysis. There were some things that come up, some real deep family things that come up. I'm talking about hospitalizations, car accidents, all kinds of things had come up that would have normally prevented me from making this step. But I knew what was in front of me. I stayed focused. I stayed clear about it. And so asking myself those questions, you asked me um, my why, and and I kept asking why I was doing this and what was in, you know, what were any of these things that were preventing me from going, whether, you know, what was lining up with my why and what wasn't. And so keeping that in mind, bringing myself, when I find myself getting flustered and frustrated, going to that those mindfulness activities, and just staying accountable.
Staying, staying accountable. Yes, yes. So, wow, it's been, I had a wonderful time with you.
Thank you.
It, Vicky says forging on inspire.
Inspire. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. That's another big sister of mine. I love her. Uh-huh.
you have a wonderful community that pushes you
I do. I
and
certainly do.
to appreciate the communities. I thought about the walk that I did today, and there was a little it's a lake. It's not really a lake in the summertime,
Hmm.
but it was a little lake there in the community in which I live. And there were three beautiful ducks. One was, well, two of them were beautiful. The other one was just gray, but there were two beautiful ducks. One was riding on the other one's back, and I just stopped to watch them play in the water. And sometimes we just have to stop and be in the
Hmm. Absolutely.
nature, connect with our surroundings, take a walk, get the air in your lungs, get your body moving, as LaShawn Dorsey says to us,
Yeah.
move life. All of these entities and having people that we know have our back is such an awesome encouragement in our life. So thank you so much, Dana, for trusting um, my coaching program, my profession, trusting me as an individual.
Yeah.
um, I do appreciate that. Uh,
Thank you.
so happy that you're on the other side
Yes.
of your goal, and that you're using all the tools that you need to help maintain who you are,
Yes.
and that you will meet other people and be a blessing to them. You are a voice. You are a prophetic voice for the
Thank
market.
you. Amen.
You
Thank you.
are
I
a
will. Thank you.
voice. You are so welcome.
Thank you.
Stay there. I want to talk to the audience. Wait a minute. Let me let you say something to them by yourself for a moment, and then I'll come back.
Hey, y'all know this is I really appreciate you guys support me. Y'all know this makes me a little nervous, but I want to shout out Apostle Ezrian, and she is a woman of great experience, great lived experience. She is an African American woman who lived through some very tumultuous times in history, and so she has that. She has very good spiritual um depth to her, and a professional mental health background. And so that is such a powerful combination, especially in what we're experiencing today. I love you, Auntie Colleen. Um, especially in what we're experiencing today. And so if you're on the fence about this, and she did not tell me to do this, she did not know I was going to do this, but I just want to say that there is so much to Apostle Ezrian, more than you see on the internet. And I think that she is an important voice in today's generation, and she has a lot of tools to help you navigate through through some of the challenges you might be facing. And so if you're on the fence about coaching, I hope this pushes you over to go ahead and sign up. I love all my sisters who've been walking with me throughout the years, and encouraging me, and helped me get to this point. And thank you for supporting tonight.
Absolutely. And again, thank you all for coming on to the Mentee mentorship program with highlighting and spotlighting this wonderful personality by the name of Dana Anderson. She is definitely a brilliant individual, and you are too. Seeing that you are connected to her, just remember that your mental health is important. You are important. Take the time out to take care of yourself. And most of us, especially women, we're always taking care of everybody else. And we spend so much time taking care of our outer selves, trying to impress the world that we're beautiful. But I'm 74, and I'm learning to embrace my age. I'm not making any apologies for not having my master's degree or my doctorate degree. I've got 2 degrees that could have been master's degrees. I'm going to use what I'm not making any apologies for my financial status. I'm not making any apologies for rather being single I'm
Yeah.
not making apologies for anything. What I
Yeah.
am doing is saying I am enough. And
Yeah.
I've seen so many lives changed and turned around just by being in my presence. Not because I am so wonderful, but I am so wonderful because of the one that made me wonderful.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
life to you if you're interested in a 10-week program, even a 5-week program, depending on what your needs are. I would love to walk with you through it, no matter what it is. If you are a mom, if you are a wife, if you're single, even if you're having some kind of sexual situation going on, I survived sex trafficking as a young woman. Yes, I did. So I understand a lot about the body, a lot about this, about sex. Period. It's nothing shocks me, nothing surprises me. But
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm here for, to walk you through whatever you need me to walk you through. You can just inbox me on any of my social media platforms, or you can go to Touch of Compassion 2 at gmail.com, or you can check with Dana. She knows how to get in contact with me.
Yes.
I would love to walk with you through whatever you need to be walked through. So tonight we gracefully are going to let you go. Thank you so much for your
You
time
for
tonight. You have been such a wonderful audience and engaging in us. I pray that you have a wonderful evening.
bless you, Pastor Phyllis.
The,
Amen.
yes, it's Phyllis, my Phyllis.
Yes.
Oh yes, she's been
Great
with
prayer warrior.
something years.
Amen.
Been a staunch supporter of me and my life, and uh,
Yes.
he couldn't. She wrote a book. She
Beautiful.
wrote a whole book, you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and she's technically savvy, but writing was not her expertise. And for her to write a book, she overcame the fear of writing. And this was before AI was out, so it was
Yeah.
not AI generated book, y'all.
Yeah.
So
Amen.
let me help you. I've written 5 books. If you need a book from me, they're on Amazon. I suggest that you get the book of my autobiography uh, about the secret mandate of Rahab. Rahab she was doing a little sex over there in Jericho, and but she became the great great grandmother of David. Hello, how she got
Yeah.
in. So the secret mandate of Rahab tells you a little bit about my life and how how I was delivered from the streets and how I gave my life to God and how I was navigating the church system and how I am free now for real. Have another book called Ezra Kenegdo, The Secret Mandate, not The Secret Mandate, but Ezra Kenegdo, Jesus' dialogue with Ezra Kenegdo. It talks about the female energy or the feminine of God and the male of God, and what the struggle is in our Christian communities when it comes to the misogynistic mindset for women, how we are dismissed and marginalized. It's a good book. It is definitely a scholarly book. My individual who consecrated me as a bishop said it was the best thesis he ever read when in regard to talking about the psychology of the church and Jesus's dialogue and how he overrode all of the religious mindsets when he dialogued with the women in the New Testament. I have Life After COVID, which is a journal, a 52-week journal that I wrote when I came out of my coma. I was in a coma for 7 days, in the hospital 21 days with tachycardia, sepsis, a hematoma, pneumonia. I was almost out of here, but God brought me through. But I came out writing 2 books. Yes, you can do it. There's nothing too hard for you to do. You got it in you. So I'm gonna help push you there. I'm gonna help push you there, pull you there, however you want to call it. I want to help you. All right. You all have a wonderful evening,
Good
and
night.
you the next time. Thank you again, Dana.
We love you.
Love
Good night.
you too. Night night.
Night.